What up? My name is Diesel Time for Rasquache Art Media, and today we're going to talk about some of the Matt Reeves Batman casting news and rumors. And hopefully, if I do a good job, I'm going to push some of your buttons. Okay, so the first one, Jonah Hill might be the Riddler or some villain. Let's just get this one out of the way real quick. You know, Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, Heath Ledger as the Joker. We could pick up Batman himself, Mr. Mom, Michael Keaton. These were doubts that were proven wrong, so let's wait and see what they're doing with Jonah Hill. However, Jeffrey Wright as Commissioner Gordon, this is a much juicier topic. Not just because of the race swap, which I would actually say is very superficial, kind of low frequency, argument to be had, but the continuity issues that come with changing a character's identity, not just the face, but everything that comes with changing up an actor. So let me bring an example out. Terrence Howard was Rhodey in the original Iron Man movie, and in the second movie they swapped him out. They got Don Cheadle. There was some internal issues. I think some of it was over money, some of it might have just been a personality, ego, whatever it was. They didn't want Terrence Howard anymore, and they were fine to give Don Cheadle a chance. And for me, going from a light-skinned brother with the, slick back hair to a dark brother, that didn't really bother me so much as the personality change. This was a character that we got to know in the last movie who is now being performed in a way that is fundamentally different from the last time we saw him. He's a new person, not just a new actor. It's everything new. And that's what made it hard for me to adjust. Even, like 10, 20 films deep, into the MCU, every time I see Colonel James Rhodes, I think, you used to be Terrence Howard. I never stop having that thought. And, you used to have a more slick personality. Now you're more of, a military, stubborn personality. You changed, bro. So, that's the big issue I'm having with the recasting of a new Commissioner Gordon. And even though we only saw him for maybe, one scene, a few minutes, whatever it was, the fact is, Warner Brothers in the DCEU, and whatever, you can call it whatever you want. They don't have a name for it, dummies. Anyways, they're going through a bit of an identity change. They had a bit of an identity crisis. They were putting out these nearly R-rated movies that you can't sell toys to kids if they can't go see Batman and Superman, and Batman's gonna kill Superman, and they had to dial it back a notch. So they're trying to steer the ship in a new direction. They put out Wonder Woman. It's like an adventure film. It almost has like a Hobbit, we're on a Mystic Quest vibe to it. Then you got Justice League, which had more of just a plasticky, lowest common denominator, this is for kids, we're trying to sell toys vibe to it. Aquaman, a little more substance to it, but still more of an Avatar movie, this is for kids and adults, it's a family-friendly affair. Same thing with Shazam, lots of jokes, lightheartedness. So, what is their goal with this, new Batman movie? I understand that the Joker movie they're putting out is not in continuity. It can't be. You had this problem with it being too adult. You steer the ship so that it's more kid-friendly, and then you go way over here so that it's only adults. No, that's separate. That's different. So is this Batman? It's not part of that, but is it part of this? Where does this fit in? Is this a 20-year younger version of Batfleck? Why is Commissioner Gordon now a different race? That, I don't have a problem with Commissioner Gordon being black. I have a problem with him having a new identity within the continuity of this structure that you're trying to familiarize your audience to. So if J.K. Simmons worked as Gordon, why are you getting rid of J.K.? I understand they had their issues with Ben Affleck, and for whatever reason they don't want to promote Henry Cavill. Dummies. But they made their decision. And so, I don't know, why are you removing Batman, who is like your crown jewel character, from this new Justice League continuity, this more family-friendly vibe that they've put out? Is this going to be part of the DCEU? Is this another Elseworld thing? I just don't understand what the goal is, and changing Commissioner Gordon is just one more, variance, it's a separation in the timelines, that you can't split out like this too much. So for me, that's the real key thing. Or is it just a casual recasting of a character like they did with Terrence Howard, or is this a drastic thing where Batman is now not only taking place 20 years earlier, but 20 years earlier on Earth A or B, C, D, like it doesn't matter, whatever, it's not connected. But let us know if that's what you're doing. That's the real issue. So yeah, let me know what you think. Do you agree with this casting? I know a lot of people like it, but are you concerned with what this poses, as far as issues for the DCEU? Now please, let's not be like, I'm a right-winger who I think that Commissioner Gordon can never be black, or I'm a hardcore left-winger and I just want to change all the races and genders just to see the fan community get their panties in a bunch. Like, let's not resort to the lowest common denominator arguments. Let's really get into a conversation about the canon of the DCEU and what this means about Warner Brothers' storytelling abilities. Thank you. I've been Diesel Time for Rusquache Art Media. Like and subscribe if you thought this was interesting, you want to see more. I put out videos every week, mostly cartoons, but we also talk about comic books and movies and stuff. So yeah, peace.